There's about 40 million people living in California today, but almost nobody has tasted one of the most important traditional foods to come out of California, to grow here naturally, that almost everybody 200 to 300 years ago would have known how to prepare and would have enjoyed eating. It's Tanoak acorns, and they can be processed into a variety of different foods, and so I wanted to show you today a little bit about how to collect, prepare, and enjoy them. Tanoaks can grow underneath the redwood trees like this. You see a leaf, looks like an oak, kind of dusty. Tall, narrow trees going up. If you look around this time of year on the ground, you might find some of the acorns. If you pick them off the ground, be careful, make sure they don't have weevil holes in them, but they're still good. The caps of tan oaks look like a little fuzzy hairdo. Different than other kind of scaled or smooth caps of true oak trees. I cracked this tan oak acorn open with my teeth. You can see inside there's good white meat, and it's covered with a flaky parchment-like layer of tissue. So before you eat them, you let them dry out, and then you can crack them open, slide the tissue off, grind them into flour, and leach the tannins out of them. I don't know if you can see, this is why baskets are such an important part of life up here. So you can come across a tan oak, and one tree can, in a mass year, produce 200 pounds of acorns. So you can take as many as you need and still leave plenty behind, but it's good to have a basket to carry them in. These are the tan oak acorns from yesterday. 10 minutes work, maybe 7 pounds or so. These are the Tanoak acorns that I collected up north in Humboldt and Del Norte County this weekend. I've kind of went through them and picked out all the ones that were damaged or had weevil holes, like you can see here. Because I did pick most of them off the ground, versus shaking them out of the tree. And then this is Quercus agrifolia. It's a coast live oak. These I collected previously, but it's just so you can sort of see the difference in the size and shape of the acorn. The tan oak, it's pretty thick and big and full of nice meat, and these live oaks are kind of longer and thinner, a little bit bullet shaped. For the tan oak acorns, first you gotta wash them off, pick them off the ground. And any of the ones that float to the surface, they're probably no good inside, so you can get rid of those. Okay, so now that they're clean, the next step is to dry them out, which we are going to do on very low heat in the oven, 100 degrees, the lowest setting we can do to just sort of dry them out without cooking the starch that's in them. So what I'm doing now, because I don't have a nutcracker, is I just got a cutting board, got a mallet, take these guys, give them a nice little pop, and then, boy, it's hard to do this while I'm holding the phone with one hand. Kind of open them up. Now they're still wet, so they have a kind of a little parchment-like sheath on them called a testa, and that's easier to take off, I think, when it's dry. So I'm gonna let them dry overnight, rub those off, and then we'll move on to the next. This is what it looks like if you miss one and you open it up and it has a weevil in it. There's a little larva guy in there munching away. So obviously, don't want that one. Cracked shells needing to be. So this is what it looks like. It's a nice fine flour ready to be leached. So the next step is you take the ground up acorns, put them in a jar, and then fill it up with cold water, shake it around, let it settle. And over the course of 3 or so days, change the water each time it starts looking dark brown. And once it gets light enough, it means that all the tannins have or most of the tannins have leached out of the acorns, and then you can dry the flour and start using it for things. And this is cold bleaching.
Yes.
And these are the pancakes made with the Tanoak acorns. What do they taste like to you?
It does kind of have a buttery, well, it has butter in it, but yeah, it's a little bit nutty, but kind of like a sweet nut. Do you think? Yeah, I think it's, I mean, I can't really compare it to another, you know, food, but it's kind of a mild, warm, buttery, nutty, yummy pancake.
So good. So there you have it. I hope someday that you get to enjoy Tanoak acorns or acorn flour. The taste is incredible. It's buttery, rich, and sweet. Almost like, the only thing I could compare it to is the kind of the sweet almond filling in a croissant with the buttery croissant flavor. So it's one of my favorites, and hopefully there will be plenty of Tanoak trees to provide acorns for us all for a long time to come.